Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location. I welcome you back to my channel. Please join me as we take a ride around the town of Patile. Just want to take a stroll, and on it, while we are strolling, I would like to tell you a little story to keep you company. I will tell you a story of a certain king in one land in African continent. This king, his name is called Eze Onyeagwanam, was a very rich king. He had so many wives, have so many children, have so many houses, have so many companies. This man is so wealthy that as a king, other kings around Africa continent always come to pay homage to this man, to present to him articles of gold and other variables. But this man have one problem. The problem this man have is he doesn't take advice from anybody. He feel that anyone who give him advice is not worth giving him advice because of his wealth, and then the man is so influential in government. So this thing continue like this. Whatsoever the man said is final. He doesn't take advice from anybody, whether his children, whether his wife. He laid down on anybody. So this thing continue. The chiefs that follow him to rule the community doesn't have any say. Even those who still have money, who still have their business going well, he doesn't, as a king, he doesn't take advice, he doesn't take shit from anybody. So one day there was a meeting that is going on in their community when other high chiefs from other European Union came to Africa to visit him. So this man, when on the center of the meeting, he is pressed, he wanted to go to toilet, and this man wear a very long robe in his king attire. He was there. When he went to toilet, after using the toilet, he come out to continue the meeting. But when this man come back to the meeting in his own palace, in his own throne room, everybody was like, what is smelling? What is smelling? What is smelling? Something is smelling. So when people noticed that this man, after going toilet, that part of the toilet that he goes, he stained his clothes and touched his clothes at the back, because the cloth was so big that sometimes at times his servant will use hand to, carry the cloth along while the man is walking. So since nobody will tell him anything, he doesn't take anything from anybody. Everybody were doing like, what is smelling? So everybody were covering nose, stuff like that. So other chiefs and other kings that visited him could not be able to withstand the odor of the toilet. Even at a point, the man himself noticed that something is smelling. So he began to wonder what is happening inside his palace, inside his throne room. So at a point, he himself find out that it was his mess that is smelling everywhere that changed the good aroma of the throne room. Another high chief, they begin to look down on the man. So when the man noticed this, he called one of his servants and said, why can't you tell me that such thing stained my clothes? But the servant told him, Chief, you know that nobody can tell you anything. Nobody is permitted to speak to you or advise you or tell you what to do. You are all and all. In fact, you are taking yourself to be bigger than God himself that created you. So one of the king that visited him stood up and used that opportunity to talk sense into the head of that king. So the man was really ashamed of himself. Since that day onward, the man says he can never live such life again. Anyone who sees something that is wrong in the community, especially in the palace, should not hesitate to come and meet him, to tell him, so that they can discuss about the issue. So starting from that day, the attitude of the man changed. He began to open up. He began to lose himself. He doesn't do pompous again. He doesn't take other people as shit, taking other people for granted. Since that day, he began to humble and respect others. So for that singular act, he used his own disgrace to amend his way. So why am I saying this story? Why we are on journey? Is to let people, sometimes we feel so ego when we feel that we can eat 3 square meals. We feel that we're on top of the world. But we forget to remember one thing, that this earth that we are living is not a permanent place. That someday we will leave this world and go, and the world will remain. I've never seen anyone who said that he have it all, that he is the richest man, and after him, no one again will be rich, or no one again will be in the authority of power and other things. When people have power, they are using it to oppress other people around them, which is not good. Because one thing is certain, when we leave this world, everybody is going to one particular place. That 6 feet is what everybody owns. So no matter the kind of wealth you have, no matter the kind of influence you are in the community, in the country, that place is a place of everybody. So we should treat everybody equally. Let us show love. Let us also take advice from people, because that you are a king or that you are the one who is richer in the community does not mean that other people could not speak to you or give you advice. You also need advice, because every president have special advisors who advise them, even though sometimes they advise them because of the power that intoxicates them. They may not take it, but the truth must be said all the time. We need each other. We need to coexist with each other, so that this world will be a better place for each and every one of us. Whether you are poor, whether you are rich, whether you are middle, whether you are from this, Africa, from Europe, from America, from Asia, we all are one. Let us give peace a chance. Let us live in love in this world. For nothing we bring into this world, nothing we will take to go when our God calls us to come back home. So my brothers and my sisters, as we are stay on our journey, please do not forget to subscribe for us. Do not forget to share.